Yo, what up? This your boy T-Dub. What's blazing in sports? We are here live. This is a post-fight video of Danny Garcia versus Samuel Vargas, who was in a nice position to play the sport, to come out there, throw caution to the wind, and try to get a win in an upset. Some people looked at Danny Garcia as a nice cherry picker. People like Errol Spence Jr. and the one-time himself, Keith Thurman, who actually was calling this fight. Keith was in the best position to watch the guy he's going to fight, to see holes, openings, tendencies to use in that fight coming up in March. Now, if you guys did not see the fight, don't even worry about it. I got you. I'm going to give you a close to blow-by-blow action from the beginning to the end, even a little bit on the post-fight interview. Now, coming into this fight, one of the things I really want to see, because I didn't see as much the last fight, was how did Danny Garcia power? Is it there as a full-fledged 147-pounder? So I really want to look out for that. I want to look out if he was going to struggle at all during this fight, how that would raise the stock of the fight between him and Keith Thurman. In my eyes, he had to have a really good finish, a dominated performance to add more hype to the March 17 fight to wedge that gap. I believe a lot of people got Keith Thurman winning that fight, so I feel Danny needed a spectacular victory to try to narrow that gap. Round one, I thought Danny came out looking really calm, great composure. Some little things that I see that he doesn't have a lot of upper body movement. I mean, every now and then he'll move a little bit to dodge some shots, but I don't see that consistent body movement to change levels of his head. But one thing he had going for him against Vargas, Vargas lacked any type of defense. I'm not lying. You can spin around. It's like playing pin the tail on a donkey, but no matter where you spin and land at, no matter where you put that pin at, you're going to land your mark, because he was just throwing these hooks when he wanted to, overhand rights when he wanted to. He was connecting against Vargas very well. So now this brings us to the second round. More of the same thing. It was just like practice. The one criticism I would say against Daddy during this fight, he didn't use his jab nearly enough. Once he saw that he can land at will power shots against Vargas, that's what he was doing. In the second round, maybe 15 seconds left, he threw a nice overhand right. He kind of went down like this here. It didn't connect on the side. It hit him almost dead on his face. And he threw the right, coming across and land. Pow! Dropped him. I'm thinking, wow, he's going to end this fight right now. Vargas is down. He shook his head. He was okay. But the guy didn't start standing up until 9 seconds, okay? Alright, so this time I'm thinking, third round coming around, Danny's gonna put this guy in his misery. He really didn't step on the gas. He went out there and boxed. It's pretty much the same thing. Landing those power shots. Sometimes he'll go to the body. Pow, pow, come up top. You know, or just, he started even leading with that right hand. Just kind of looking and lead up top. He was hitting him at will. The guy eye was swelling up. The guy was a little bit game. A little bit he had Danny Garcia going backwards. Danny looked at one point, I'm not sure if he was tired or if he was just baiting Vargas to throw punches, but he was moving. He wasn't punching as much, and he had to dodge a lot more punches. And then all of a sudden he started turning up the heat one more time. This was pretty much the tale of the tape. This was the fight. Danny Garcia applying small pressure, really good combinations, not using the jab as much, and landing at will against Vargas. The fight was actually stopped in the 7th round. The referee got tired of it. I heard his corner was actually standing up. Then he got tired of it. He wins in a huge fashion in Philadelphia. Now, what happens after the win might actually get more attention than the win himself. Why is that, you ask? Because Danny Garcia stepped outside the ropes, looking down at Keith Thurman. You know what? You next, you can't trust me, and all that good stuff, you know. Really good stuff to get people blood pumping to want to see the fight. Now, Keith Thurman actually came in the ring. Both fighters was face to face. You can see Keith Thurman was a bigger fighter, but he is not in training mode. He's not cutting no weight. This is a Keith Thurman that's probably eating very good before he goes into his training camp. And you can see Danny Garcia, full of self-esteem, talking trash. You can't touch me. I'm going to beat your ass. Talking really good stuff. Now, one thing people may ask, why did he do that? Is he really feeling himself this much after fighting Vargas? Me personally, I think he was trying to sell the fight. Now, after the first time, once he stepped outside the ropes and he was talking to Keith Thurman, he came back inside the ropes and you could saw him wink and smile at someone. So I believe that was already pretty planned before the fight happened. Then once Keith actually got in the ring, I think he sold it more. Now, is part of it because he beat Vargas in the way he beat Vargas? Yes. You know, I remember when I was fighting, and just last year, I fought somebody 6'3", 6'4", and I dominated that guy. And no matter, when I won that guy, no matter if it's easy or tough contest, I felt good. I felt on top of the world. My chest was pumping out, and I felt like I could take anyone. So it is really good for Danny Garcia, for his morale, going in there with Keith Thurman. This is the type of victory you need. You don't need a struggling victory when you face somebody like Keith Thurman. You don't need a tough fight. You don't need to get beat up. You need a dominant performance against an opponent such as Vargas, who did not bruise you up, but you landed at will. Alright, so what do I think about Danny Garcia? Power, moving up to 147 pounds. I think he has a respectable pop. He has pretty good power. Does he have a killer punch? I don't think so. Maybe if he catch you with a shot you don't see. But as many clean shots that Samuel Vargas took tonight, I think he should have been out of there a lot earlier. But that's just my thoughts on it. Don't forget to let me know. Subscribe, thumbs up below. This is right after the fight. Like I said, I'm probably going to shoot another video going off top of the dome. Don't forget to put some love on that subscribe button. Go ahead and like this video. If you want to retweet it, go ahead. This is your boy, and I'm out.